Hello, everybody. It's Harry from UploadVR. I'm here with Thomas Vandenberg, the solo indie developer of Vermillion, which, if you're not familiar,
Hey,
is an oil painting app coming to Quest soon. Thomas, how are you going?
yeah, I'm really excited that it's finally about to drop. Yeah, so I'm really happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
No problem, no problem. Now, as you probably guessed, we're here to discuss some exciting announcements regarding the Quest release of Vermillion. So let's cut to the chase. Thomas, can you reveal the release date of Vermillion on Quest?
So it's gonna be releasing coming Thursday, the 24th. So yeah, it's just 1 week away, and
Yeah,
yeah, really
fantastic.
close by.
Yeah, yeah, it's funny because I thought I was looking back at the last time we were in the studio. We were here talking about it just being on PCVR then. I think it was only PCVR. And I thought that was ages ago, but it was only about 6 months ago. It was last August. It feels like it's been
Yeah,
much longer. Um,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, what's that kind of 6 month period been like for you? I imagine it's been pretty hectic going from PCVR to getting it approved for like a full Quest release.
Yeah, I
What was
don't
that
think
like?
I've ever worked so much in my entire life because the entire time I was still working full time on my regular job, right? I didn't quit my job until last December. So yeah, it was just working all hours, early mornings, late evenings, all weekends, skipping all my vacation, just taking holidays to work on Vermilion to bring it to Quest, right? It's been super busy.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, luckily it was like really motivating to work on it once you start hitting the performance rates and it starts looking good. And yeah, then it's really
Yeah,
exciting to have it come together.
yeah, it is. I've been able to try it. I tried it last week, as you know. I was really impressed. It performs really well. It feels just like the PCVR version. It's got some added stuff in there. I'm going to put on the release trailer now. I love the trailer because it gives you a good sense of kind of. I think the mixed reality effect works well in that you can see the advantages of both it being a painting app and like digital, and the way it emulates kind of the physical parts of painting. What were some of the, I guess, challenges bringing it over to Quest? Was it really hard to get it optimized to perform well? What was that kind of process like for you? Was it difficult or was it relatively painless?
Yeah, so getting the performance to be like a constant 72 hertz was like a really big challenge because starting on PCVR, you have like a really high standard of what's possible. So I really pushed it there, getting as much as like the best quality visuals that I can, like the detail simulation, and then bringing it all down to the mobile, like the standalone version was really challenging. So I spent a lot of time just going through all these performance charts, breaking down all the frames, trying to figure out how to get it working. So yeah, it was definitely a really big challenge. Yeah. And I'm
Yeah.
glad now it's pretty much exactly the same as it is on PCVR, except that the resolution of the painting is lower.
Right, okay. That's what I was
That's
going
just
to
the only
say. Like,
thing. Yeah,
yeah, I was going to ask, it's basically, in terms of features though, it's the same, right?
it's
If anything,
exactly
there's
the same.
more on the
Yeah,
Quest, right?
yeah. Compared to the current release, there's more, but everything's also coming over to PC. It's like already on like a separate beta version which you can check into on PC. But yeah, it's definitely like a lot more since the original release. Everything's
Yeah.
looking better. The mechanics have been improved. There's more studios. Yeah, like everything's better.
Yeah, yeah, it's fantastic. I think too, one of the great additions on the Quest is the pass-through mode, which I tried out the other week. And it's funny because I'm sitting at my desk set up now in my actual, physical room, not VR. But I've got a desk on one side, a bit on the other. There's not much kind of room. And I usually, if I'm playing any kind of important, moving VR thing, I'll go out to the lounge room. But with the pass-through, I was kind of able to put the things in the room and know where everything was, which is, I think, always been the benefit of anything I've tried with pass-through mode. But it was really cool with Vermilion because I kind of had the easel between my bed and desk. I had the paints kind of sitting on the bed. I knew where everything was. Was that something that kind of came late in the process, adding pass-through? Was it like, because I think that would have come out maybe halfway through your
Yeah,
6 month
exactly. Yeah,
period. Yeah.
it's definitely like a very late feature to the party because the support was very experimental for a long time. It wasn't even available when I started working on the Quest version, and then it's also only working on like technical stuff here, but it's only working on Vulkan, and it used to be Vermilion was only working on OpenGL anyway. So it's been like it was a long time coming, but I knew from the start that it would be like a really good fit for an application like Vermillion, because like it's by default it's like a seated or standing like room scale VR application, and everything is very physical, right? Everything is designed to be standing on the floor, grabbing stuff, grabbing the brush, grabbing the palette, and being like exactly in the right sizes which you expect. So, and you're like, okay, if we could make it work, it would be a really good fit. I think for many reasons. So first of all, like I said, it's just fun having it in your own room. And once we get to color pass through with like the next generation, like it would be even better. Like you could literally paint from real life reference, right? That would be super exciting. But I think also just like being able to interact with people in the room with you, keep an eye on pets or maybe babies or something. I think it's a huge boon now that the Quest can do this, and it's such a barrier which is removed for people who don't want to be locked off from the real world putting on the Quest. Yeah, it's very good to have both options, right? So you can either disappear into a studio and just not
Yeah.
not notice how the time is going by as you're just creating your own stuff, or you can still be in the room, interact with your people, and have a good time still at the same time. So yeah, I'm,
Yeah.
I'm really pleased with pass through. I'm glad it's working in Vermillion.
Yeah, and it has also that really cool kind of I don't know what you would call it, but almost like the color effect. Different apps I've tried have done different things. I think the one in Blaston is really cool as well because it makes your whole room like a neon, it's black with kind
Yeah,
of neon
yeah.
outlines. They do different things. This one was really cool because it looked kind of to me, it took me a while to realize that it was still black and white, even though it is very clearly grayscale because it's got that kind of wash of color that feels very appropriate, I guess, for the painting thing. But that was really cool. I think it's a great addition. Are there any other things that are different or new features that you brought to the Quest release? I think I read there's like in-game tutorials or in-app tutorials. Besides, obviously, there's the web browser you can pull up for a YouTube
Yeah.
tutorial. But is there actually some kind of in-game walkthrough now, I guess?
Yeah, so there's like a whole in-game walkthrough, which is now localized as well in, I don't know, like 10 languages, explaining you how the entire application works. And then, like you said, you can use the browser to do like full-length painting tutorials. So even if you've like never painted in your life, you can very easily get something like really good looking. So many people now on the PC version who've made their first paintings with these tutorials, and they all look incredible. Yeah, another thing which is new to the Quest and exclusive to the Quest is like a direct share button to Facebook. So if you complete your painting, you can just click like, okay, share to Facebook, and you get like in the headset immediately the option to share it on there and show your friends like, look, I just made this. Yeah, and people will be like, really, you painted this? How?
Yeah.
And then yeah,
Yeah. And of course, I presume this is the same as the PC version that you can also get like a high res image that you can then print off and put in your own home or,
yeah,
do whatever you want with,
yeah,
right?
yeah, definitely. So you could do it on Quest as well, with of course the caveat that on Quest the resolution is lower than on PC.
Hmm.
So the PC version is very suitable for printing. I've
Yeah.
done it like also in the trailer. You've seen it at the end of the trailer. Like there's a beautiful print on the Quest version because of the lower resolution. I don't know, your mileage might vary. Um,
Right. Okay. Yeah.
but it will be cross-buy with Rift, so people who have actually a PC which can run VR are definitely also able to get the full resolution as well on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I was going to ask. If you paint on Quest, and then can you open that on Rift at full res or on PC VR at full res? Is that how it works, or is it like if you start it on Quest, the painting's always going to be lower res? How does that?
Yeah, so it will be upscaled to the
Right.
if you port your painting from Quest to PC, it will be upscaled to the PC version.
Hmm.
But of course, your old brushstrokes, which you made on Quest, will not be magically better looking. So the new ones you will be making, those will
Yeah.
be higher resolution, right?
Hmm.
But
Right. Okay.
yeah,
Cool. I guess the only other thing I was going to ask was, is there any plans for anything post-launch? Any updates? Anything you're working on? Do you have any post-launch plans now that you've finally got to the Quest release? What's next? I guess, if anything.
yeah, I mean, there's still like so many new things that I want to explore. One of the things which I'm really excited for would be a multiplayer gallery mode, so that you're able to
Mm.
customize your studio environment and you're able to mount your paintings either in pass-through. Like there would be like a thing I really want to do because now there's a new feature on Quest where you can have permanent AR layers in pass-through, so you could really mount your paintings in your space, and that as well as customizing your own gallery environment and then inviting friends over with like a free demo version of Vermillion, which can then just come in, join your group, and see like, okay, this is the stuff I've been making in VR. I think that would be
Yeah.
like a really cool thing, which I'm hoping to implement like yeah in the coming months.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I think too, it makes me think of the stuff with Horizon Home that they've been talking about, of inviting people in,
Yeah,
having like the model of your painting even in like, your
yeah,
your home environment, stuff like that would be so amazing.
yeah. As I've been sort of pushing for this, but not yet had much response from the people at Meta. But
Yeah,
I'm really hoping that they allow user-made model exports from
yeah,
applications, because right
yeah,
now it's not possible. But that would be like the perfect fit, right? Just using the
yeah,
social home
totally.
environment with your own paintings, that would be perfect. Yeah,
I remember they said when they announced Horizon Home that the inviting people over would come next. Then they said like at a later date you'd be able to customize the home. I imagine that's something they, you know, would hold off slash
yeah.
consider
Fingers
at a later
crossed.
date. Yeah, fingers crossed,
Yeah,
when you can start to move things around and make your own space. That would be amazing. Well, no, congratulations. It's great to see it on Quest. So it was March 24th, was that right?
yeah, yeah. March 24th.
There we go. March 24th, Vermillion on Quest. Check out the release trailer. That'll be online as well, I believe, on our channels and on Vermillion social media and everything. And yeah, fantastic. Thanks for joining me, Thomas. Great
Yeah,
to
thanks
speak
for
to you
having me.
again. Feels like it's been way more than 6 months, but I guess it's a
Yeah.
testament to how far everything's come in 6 months. It's amazing. We've got new avatars. It's on Quest. Everything's changing. So it's great to speak
Yeah,
to you. Thank you for joining us again.
yeah. Thank you. See you next time. See
See
you.
you next time.